Does anybody here know how to break a soul tie? Because we are going to learn today. First, what are soul ties? The intertwining of two people as one, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, usually in marriage. But just because you wear a condom, that does not mean you prevent a soul tie. You are going to look for that same person, but in another person, and the toxic cycle just continues. So it's like you just can't get better. You be like, why do I keep going for the same guys? It's because of the soul tie that you have with these kind of same guys, basically. Let's go into how to break soul ties, because we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. Don't think that, oh, this soul tie is too strong, or this guy was too toxic, or I want this guy too much that I cannot break the hold he has over me. Number one, start by being celibate. You have to let all those guys that are making your hotline blink, let them go. My DMs, my phone, everything dry. But it's worth it. With God's strength, there's nothing you cannot do. You need to stay celibate to avoid going for the same guys again. It's a cycle. Because you have the soul tie and you've not broken it with that guy or with that girl, you're going to just keep going for that same people, and the cycle is going to continue, and the soul tie is never going to be broken. Remember, not everybody deserves your body, and your body is a temple of God. Okay, number two, don't think Angel said I should stay celibate. I'm just going to go as close to the line as possible, but stay celibate. No. If you are in a zoo, right, and then the zookeeper starts shouting that, oh, the crocodile has come out, and the crocodile is at this point, you will not be like, oh, let me see how close I can go to the crocodile without it eating me. No, you're going to flee away from that place. Like God says, flee from temptation. Flee from all forms of temptation and do not go close to the line. Number three, fast and pray to God. So in the Bible, the disciples could not cast out a demon that was tormenting one boy, and Jesus came and Jesus cast out that demon, and the disciples asked why they couldn't, and then Jesus said this kind can only be cast out by fasting and prayers, not just prayers. So it is important that you fast. You can do 3 days fasting, it depends. Remember that after you finish fasting, you pray. If you are going to break your fast at 6 p.m, then you make sure you pray before you eat. You can also do a 12-day fast. You can do a water fast. You can do the Daniel fast. Just pray to God and ask him what kind of fast you want him to do. And look into your dietary requirements, the fast that would help you. So the bond between you and that guy might be so strong, maybe because of trauma bonds and maybe because of demonic activity, whatsoever is making the bond so strong. You need to fast and you need to pray. You could also go to deliverance services with strong pastors who know what they are doing. What can a demon do to you? So I'm so tied. There's no tie that can tie you down that God isn't able to break. I have the mindset that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, and I am bought with the precious blood of Jesus, and nothing can tie me down. And also, you have to remember, get your relationship right with God. A lot of girls do this, but they might be like, oh, when the opportunity rises, they feel in heat. They might be like, okay, fine, let me just sleep with that same toxic guy because it's not an extra body. It's not an extra body, but he does not deserve you, number one. And also, you are strengthening the bond that you have with him. If you keep sleeping with him, then how will you heal? If you have a wound, right, and then you keep picking at it, is it going to heal? No. If you keep sleeping with the same toxic guy, you are not going to heal. Oh no, you have to cut off all ties with him, no matter how hard it might be. Cut him off. The same for her too. Cut her off. Point number 5, right? Therapy. To heal, you don't need therapy alone, and of course you need God, but therapy helps you to know what exactly is wrong with you and why you attract the guys you do. Maybe it might stem from your attachment type, from your childhood, your upbringing. Why are you like this? Once you figure out why you are like this, then you'll be able to heal. Keep this in mind, that you might feel like, oh, it's been a month, it's been 2 months, it's been 6 months, it's been a year. Why am I not still over this guy? Healing takes time. The situation wasn't that deep. There was nothing there, but it still took time, because women especially, we like to fantasize, make a whole world. And I'm very creative, so I made a whole world about what it could be. Even without him, he didn't even need to do anything. I've already made a world for us. So for everything to be shattered, the fantasy and the real life one to be shattered, it takes time. It takes time to get into terms with it, and it takes time to heal. So take your time and heal properly while staying celibate. That's why you need to stay celibate, so all the distractions will go. So you can't be with a person for 2 years and expect after 6 months you'll be fine. No, this guy, I spent a year, even though The whole situationship was like 6 months, but I spent a year, not because I was really getting over him, but I spent a year so that everything will go out of my mind and I can also have focused time with God. That was what I was doing my whole 23rd year. I was like, I'm not going to date. I'm just going to focus my time and my energy developing my relationship with God. And that's when I started going on the streets and evangelizing. And it's important that you have enough time to heal so that you don't go for the same dudes. People usually go for the same toxic dudes because that's all they know. And because they've not had time to heal, they are just going to go for the same thing that they think they are missing. When you start to date again, right? Make sure that you go for somebody who you are equally yoked with. Equally yoked, not Christian. The person also wants to honor God with their minds and their body. Some people will proclaim with their mouths to be Christian, but their hearts far away from Him. That's what the time to have to build a relationship with God does. You can talk to God and ask God, God, is this guy for me? Should I date this guy? God will show you that no, or yes, or maybe, or wait. God showed me so many times this situationship guy. I remember this guy was like, Angel, let's just be together or whatsoever. He was saying nonsense, and I was like, God, should I? And then literally, I saw a YouTube video saying, if it's not from God, I will wait.
I literally screenshotted it on that day because I found it so absurd.
What? God uses the outlet that you are most on, and because I'm most on YouTube, you use YouTube. And it was not just one video, so many videos. Sitting back and then getting to know God. That's what He's going to do for you. That's why it's very important. After I was done with that guy's situationship, so basically I was on a dating app. It's a Christian dating app, and then there was one guy, and he was good looking and everything, and he was such a Christian on his bio, writing everything that a Christian girl would want to. Like, oh my Lord, this is my husband. Those kind of things. It's like, oh my Lord, you made this idiot get out of my way, and now you brought me this fine man to be my husband. This guy, all he was talking about was my body. He was like, oh, I'm a Ghanaian, so I have a nice body, don't I? And I should send him pictures. I was like, huh? What happened to my Christian guy? Even when I was trying to open, I was trying to say, oh, how are you a Christian? And he kept brushing me off. He kept behaving like I am dumb. And Mama asking him these questions, and he's a better Christian than me, so he does not need to answer all these questions. But yeah, let's get straight to the point thing. Be very careful. Equally yoked means equally yoked. How can two work together if they do not agree? You cannot work together with a guy that has one step out in the world, and on Sundays he wash himself and behave like he's a Christian. Even if when I'm saying remain celibate, you fall and maybe you are not able to remain celibate, and then you have a quickie or something with that your toxic guy or whatsoever, get back up again. Pray to God and ask Him for forgiveness, and He's always going to forgive you. But make sure that when you pray to God and ask for forgiveness, do not go back there to that same place that you've fallen, because you will just keep on being on the same cycle, falling down, coming back up, praying to God, falling down, coming back up. Aren't you tired? But when you fall down, don't let the guilt overweigh you, and don't let any lies of the enemy conquer your mind. You could even die. Who knows the disease he might give you? Let's not even forget about the soul ties. The disease he could have given you from the time that you've fallen. Maybe especially if he does not want you to leave him. Or even pregnancy. Make sure that even if you fall, get back up and don't go back there again. The next video will be coming in 1, 2. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because I know you want to anyway.
God so loved you that He gave His only Son, so you and I will believe in Him and not perish, but have everlasting life.